Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of CoinLogic TV, where we are looking logically at crypto assets. I am your host, the Logical Dude, your favorite van life living, crypto investing digital nomad. I hope you're having a great Monday. Today it has been a Monday. You know, it is what it is. It's November 22nd, 2021. We got Thanksgiving coming up, here in the United States. So hopefully you got some good plans. I have absolutely no idea what I am doing for Thanksgiving yet. I just kind of go where people tell me to go, kind of thing. Eat, sleep. That's what I do on Thanksgiving. It's what you do. You be thankful. You spend time with family. In my case, most of the time you get in some kind of epic fight with your family. Because it just is what it is. Actually last year wasn't that bad. Last year was pretty good Thanksgiving, but normally when I spend it with my ex and my kids, there's always going to be something. And it's generally between my son and my ex-wife, because they're usually the ones in the kitchen together, and you just start hearing it, and it's funny. But I don't know. I haven't been told anything. So I'm going to be just doing what I'm going to do. I'm going to find somewhere to eat, and I'm going to try to find some kind of content to bring you guys. So got a lot of things in the works. So I got a really busy day today. So I'm going to get you guys this CoinLogic update, because these markets have been crazy volatile, guys. And I know that it's, things may not be looking too hot. So we're wondering, is the bull market over? There's a lot of people wondering that. I'm not trying to do any kind of silly thing like selling or shorting right now or anything like that, because we're actually bouncing in a pretty strong little range at this point. Because what Bitcoin is doing right now is it's trying to find and it's trying to set up market structure at these levels. So that's what a lot of these bounces are. It doesn't mean just because we're going to pump that we're going to dump right back down. That's not what it means. But the sentiment in the market tries to, feel otherwise. I mean, the sentiment in the crypto market, especially if you go and look at things like crypto Twitter, man, the sentiment's going to change at the drop of a hat. So all you got to do is just take the data as it comes in, pay attention to the news, but but take it at face value, because it doesn't always, tend to work out. A lot of times the news is going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of event. That's generally what happens. So that, is that what happened? Did the release of Taproot, did that cause the market to drop or anything? I honestly, I don't know, man. You can speculate all you want to. All I know is that we are in this volatile market. You can try to bring reasons to it all you want to, but we're getting close to the top of these markets, as far as like the cycles are concerned, timeline wise. But that doesn't always mean that it's going to repeat the same patterns that it did before. It may rhyme in a way, but I think that we're just finding market structure at these levels. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. It's really just kind of market levels, kind of what we got going on. Not really getting any news. I've got a node restore that I'm doing. I'm a Hive Engine witness, which is a second layer structure on top of the Hive Blockchain, which allows people to be able to create their own tokenized communities, their own tokens, and that kind of thing. That's what all the NFTs on Hive run on, is all the second layer system. It runs on the Hive Engine system, which I am a witness for. It was, I jumped in on that on the test level when they decided to decentralize the Hive Engine, and I became one of the first witnesses. So actually, I hit the first actual witness block when we went mainnet. And so that was fun. And I was the first one to then miss a block, which, is what it is. But yeah, a lot of us had to restore our servers. Had some kind of little bit of an issue with an update, but that's happening. And this is the second time that I've had to restore this node. But there's been another guy that's had to restore his 4 times. So don't feel quite as bad. It's just more of an annoyance than anything. But that's okay. Gives me time to talk to you guys. But I keep checking this node to make sure that the download and everything is going the way that it's supposed to be going. So, but that is, not to be so much said about the crypto markets. They don't seem to be going the way that people think they should be going, but they're going the way that the free market is telling it to go, or the way that, the markets are just going. That's just the way it is, Yeah, I'm sure there's whale manipulation, but, there isn't everything. Traditional markets too, don't think for a second it's not going to happen in crypto. especially with the size of the market that we're dealing with. You know, I mean, crypto is essentially a little over a $3 trillion market cap, you know, between all of the cryptocurrencies. I mean, if you look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin's only a $1.08 trillion market cap. You know, the next one's Ethereum, a little over half, but, you know, shoot, you look at number 3, Binance Coin, its market cap's $95 billion. You know, so it's not a huge market. And when you've got big money whales that want to come in and play, you know, they can move the markets around. And, you know, and a lot of the times I think these guys, you know, they all chat and stuff, and they all just kind of play these markets at the same time and dump on the rest of us. But I don't know. That's just me speculating, conspiracy theories and all that kind of good stuff. That's okay. I'm free to think what I want to think, you know, and free to speak what I want to speak. That's why I post on 3speak.tv and on the Hive blockchain, because there is no censorship. You own your data, not the tech oligarchies, that kind of thing. So that if my videos are ever taken down or censored on YouTube or Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is, yeah, you can always come and find me on the Hive blockchain, either on CoinLogic, The Logical Dude, Groove Logic is my music channel, which I got a lot of stuff coming up music-wise with blockchain, so be ready for some announcements on that. Really super pumped up for Blocktunes. That's all I'm going to say. Go check it out, blocktunes.net. You can see what's going on, but I'm going to be doing a full, like, kind of overview video in a few days on that. We are tokenizing the music industry is what we're going to be doing. Basically, I'm starting a music aggregation service for blockchain services, so it'll be really cool. Built on Binance Smart Chain and Polygon and Hive included, which if you see down here, Hive has been absolutely killing it. It's been sitting over $1 now for a while, really finding some good market structure here over $1. And that's a really exciting thing. So, because we got so much going on this blockchain, it's unreal. We've got all kind of NFT games. We've got metaverse stuff being built. We've got e-commerce going on. Not to mention that it's a social blockchain. And we have DeFi and savings built directly into the Layer 1 protocols. Yeah, decentralized governance structures. Really, really, that's where you're supposed to be. So come check out the Hive blockchain. Even though I do stuff on other blockchains, I always try to find some kind of way to cross it back over into Hive. Yeah, just is what it is. Because I love it. You know, I have a love affair with the Hive blockchain. Which you can also see here on the front page. You can see some of the latest posts that we have curated, you know, and shared. They pop up in this little rotating feed here on the front page. But over here, let's take a look. You can see Bitcoin and Ethereum both absolutely taking a dive over the past few hours. You know, there's a lot of people that are saying that this bull market is over, and we're going to be looking at that in the charts in just a minute. But before we do that, let's get into talking about the top 10 gainers of the top 100. Today, we have got Cosmos, which is one of my DeFi holdings. Actually, you know, basically one of my 2 DeFi platforms that I work with. It is up 11.58% on the last 24 hours, which is nice because it has been down. So we're back up over $30, sitting at 32.24. We got Curve DAO right behind it at a little like a 10.4% rise, and then we've got Avalanche up 10.3%. Sandbox is up 9.57% over the last 24 hours. Wonderland up 9%. Elrond up 7%. IOTA up 6.14%. Haven't seen IOTA in a little bit. And we've got Link, LN, not sure what that is. 4.69% rise for the day. Olympus is up 3.3%, and Decentraland up 2.76%. Lot of metaverse and DeFi going on here. That should speak to you about something. So, which is part of what Blocktunes is all about. Anyway, we've got IATEX is one of the biggest losers of the top 100 today, so that's what we're getting started on now. We got IOTEX is down 12%. We got Airweave down 11%. Nexo is down 9.58%, and we got Sushi down 9.31%. Zcash is down 9.11%. Flow is down 9%. Helium is down 8.5%. Hedera Hashgraph is down 8.5%. KuCoin is down 8.5%. And Celo is down 7.8%. Now, if that's, you know, the biggest losers in the top 100 today, it's faring out to be okay. It's faring out, but you know, it's been, you know, rough weekend overall. So the fear and greed index we're sitting at a 50. So we're in neutral zone at the moment. The sentiment of the market really doesn't know which way it's going. Could go up, could go down. You never know. We got Bitcoin dominance is sitting around 42.75%. It keeps having these little spikes over, you know, the hourly time frames and that kind of thing. So sometimes, you know, Bitcoin's got the complete market dominance. Sometimes it doesn't. So it actually hasn't had full market dominance in a while since it's been under 50% market dominance, which means there's a lot more money getting pushed into these altcoins. You know, so there's a lot of value being seen in a lot of these projects. A lot of it's NFTs, a lot of it's metaverse kind of stuff. So I mean, that's the kind of stuff to be looking out for. And we've got a lot of this kind of stuff going on Hive. So you can check out our last video, which did a deep dive talking about the Hive-backed dollar and what its role is in our Hive ecosystem. Basically, it's a decentralized stable coin that's backed by the Hive token. There we have a conversion process that you can go through that'll help stabilize that. So yeah, go check out the video. And then there was an article that was linked that I referenced from Taskmaster 4450. So go check that out. We got a lot more Hive stuff coming out. And yeah, we are being sponsored by XDAO, which is a DAO builder for Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, now Ethereum, and Hecko. Blockchains as well. With other stuff coming. They're just launching their public beta on version 2. That is what I am building, the CoinLogic investment DAO, as well as what we're building with Blocktunes. So we're building DAO structures for Blocktunes. We have plans to use this platform for like musician DAOs, you know, helping basically create decentralized autonomous organizations for musicians, so people can invest in musicians and can build a musician fund that can pay the musician to keep continuing to create music. So really good stuff. So we got some really cool plans going on with that. All right, technical analysis for Bitcoin on the daily time frame. We are looking at a neutral, kind of, you know, same thing that we're seeing up here on the fear and greed index is basically what all your oscillators are talking right now. So, you know, we're kind of in neutral territory. Market's not sure really what it's doing. So. But, you know, let's go take a look at some charts and just kind of see what's going on. First off, we got the Hive chart. This is on the daily time frame. We did print a sell signal here, but that's just when Hive has been pumping. People are trying to take a little bit. Some of this is getting converted into HBD, but what you're seeing here on the charts is based off of the, you know, this is the Huobi chart right here. You know, so this is what's happening on exchanges. Hive has some other stuff, conversion on the layer 1 that the exchanges don't necessarily pick up. So you can see that we do have a little bit of a sell signal going here on the daily time frame, and we are in the red on the money flow. So money seems to be flowing out from the exchanges. So flowing more into the dollar here, but that's not to be said anything because we're finding a floor here right now, which is really nice. So if we can stay in this uptrend, because we are in a solid uptrend here, but we did have this really big parabolic rise up. So I'm sure we are going to come back down. If we can retest this, worst case scenario, drop back down to around what, this 90-cent level, then Hive's going to be in good shape if we can bounce off of that and keep rolling. That's going to continue to build some more market structure. So let's go take a look at Bitcoin real quick and see what Bitcoin's doing. You can definitely see over the last day, it has taken a little step down here. Our momentum on the our momentum oscillator here on the market cipher indicator looked like it was trying to curve up, but then took a sharp cut down. So that's what happens when we have these little rises up, and then it was just like another push back down, which really this was just kind of like a little, you know, small bull trap kind of thing. But we are working in this range here. You know, so we've just been kind of consolidating in this range for a while, and that could absolutely happen, you know, just because, you know, we did break up over all-time highs here. It was a higher high and has dropped down, but, you know, we're come back down to this level. We are finding some nice support here, and it's not always an exact level that you're looking at. It's more of a range. So if we can bounce out of here and go up from this point, then we'll be in good shape. But What concerns me is when you pop out to the weekly time frame. And this honestly scares me a little bit for, the longevity of this market, is the fact that we have printed a sell signal on the weekly time frame here. This is a pretty sharp dip over last week, and then we're in this week right here now. But you can see that we have some major bullish divergence in the momentum going on between the RSI and the momentum wave, which is essentially the MACD. So the blue momentum wave, you can think of basically the same thing as the MACD. It's very similar. I've tracked them both, and it's very, very similar. But what this red line connects here on the market cipher indicator is showing you that there's bearish divergence going on. What this means, and I explain this anytime I try to talk about this for anybody that doesn't know, what divergence is when the price action is going one way, but your momentum is going another. So if you compare it, so from over here when we got this last sell signal, Bitcoin's been kind of just consolidating, and then we finally had the big drop down. Well, we had this little buy signal here, which ran up, and we broke all-time highs. So the price action kept going higher. But if you look, it wasn't based on strong momentum or volume, because we had declining volume and we had this declining momentum on the RSI and the momentum indicator. So that's not necessarily a good sign, because generally what that indicates when you have this kind of divergence, when the price is rising but the momentum and the volume is lowering, I mean, you look at the VWAPs going down too. So that doesn't indicate very good signals. That actually indicates a possible change in trend. And being that this is on the weekly, this is going to be a little bit longer term change in trend. So we could absolutely be seeing some range action start to happen. And we may not see a big monster parabolic blow off that everybody's looking for. It could be more of just a slower kind of a price rise. This doesn't necessarily mean that we're going into a bear market. It just means that we could see a little bit of we could see some correction and then different price movements. This thing, I mean, on a long-term time frame, I mean, if you go out and you have a long-term time frame, 5-10 years down the road, if you're looking at these assets like that, which I am looking that long-term time frame, I'm not worried about it, but if you're wanting to kind of preserve and continue to, and if you trade and that kind of thing, you definitely want to pay attention with this kind of stuff. If you've got assets that you can move into the dollar to keep yourself stabilized, it may be time to look into that. Maybe time to look into some stable coins. But I am not a financial advisor. I am just a dude that's been studying crypto for a while, been studying these markets just along with everybody else for the last 3.5, almost 4 years at this point. I've paid enough money that I can essentially say that I've got a bit of an education on this, almost a college education level. So, yeah. That's why I have a lot of my money in automatic market making contracts that are paired against the dollar. So, I'm earning yield. So I get to cash that yield out, use it for income, or continue to build stacks and just continue to compound and auto stack it that way. So there's different ways to do it. That's why I'm posting on the Hive Blockchain. I post all my, videos and analysis here because I can earn money here and I can continue to stack that and keep growing that stack. Even during a bear market, we're still posting. I'm still building. Just started a whole new project that I'm integrating with a couple of my other projects and that I'm going to be trying to integrate with other outside projects. So the fundamentals are still around. Just because price action's doing one thing doesn't mean that the entire industry as a whole is doing everything. So, these assets, yeah, you may want to play that asset game, but if you're a believer in the fundamentals and you're here for the long term and you're here for the revolution, price action doesn't really so much matter. The way I look at it is I wouldn't sit there and I wouldn't sit there and stare at like the appraisal price of my house on a daily basis to see how much my house is worth. Because if I'm going to go and buy real estate, which this is so much better of an investment in my opinion than real estate these days, because you can just make so much better cash flow, but it is way riskier. So you have to take that into account. But you can start with such a small amount of money and grow it and grow it and grow it way faster than you can with real estate. So, and you can even use your crypto as leverage, just like you can with a house, and make better percentages in a lot of cases. Because, I mean, I'm just going to be real. Unless you got a lot of money coming into things, it's going to be hard to, you know, turn stuff. But if you can get in and you can get in on some of these smaller coins, you know, and boost your levels up, then you can do it a little faster. Now, with Hive, you can come in, and as long as you have a brain and you can produce some good content, or you just interact with the community and get started that way, you can earn doing that. You know, so that's a great way to get started and just earn. You never know what that can turn into. Come in and start playing some of our play to earn NFT games. You know, you may have to have a little bit of investment, but it's surprisingly just a few $1,000s worth of investment that I'm basically paying all my bills on passive income. So what I would use on a down payment for a house, just on a down payment, I've got basically wrapped up in DeFi and in Hive, and I'm making way more than I would on the rental property of a house. And I don't have to deal with, you know, people keeping it full, having to maintain stuff. I don't have to clean, you know, fix toilets or anything like that. Like, you know, I don't have to deal with property. I don't have to deal with, you know, all that. I just keep growing, keep building the stacks, and it keeps paying me more money. So not a bad way to do it. Again, not a financial advisor, but if you want to learn more about DeFi and how to work all that kind of stuff, just keep following this channel, because I got a lot of stuff that we're going to be talking about. I mainly use the Cub Finance platform, which is built by the Leo Finance team, and that is where I do a lot of the posting for these type videos and everything is on leofinance.io, where we talk about financing and investing, and you earn the Leo token as well as the Hive token as well, because it's built on Hive. So come and definitely check that out. Cub Finance is my preferred platform of choice, just because I know the team, I know they're not going to rug pull, and I know they have a solid long-term view of what they're wanting, of kind of how they're wanting to go with this project. They're about to expand to Polygon, so we're going to be using that as well with Blocktune's DAOs and the CoinLogic DAO. We're going to be using Cub Finance a lot because they do have some of the better earnings right now. So DeFi is definitely a great place to go, great place to be. It's a great place to park your money. You know, but like I said, if you have a long-term view, buy some sats, stick them in a wallet, preferably a hardware wallet, something that you know is going to be secure, and then just kind of put it away. And next time you buy it, pull that hardware wallet out, stick money on it, put it away. You know, your kids will thank you one day in your future. So they will. You may not get rich quick, but one day you'll be rich. For me, that's not what it's all about. I'm not all about trying to get rich quick. At first, yeah, when I first got into the game, I wanted to get rich really fast. It didn't happen. But what I learned was how to take these, learn how to, you know, keep compounding and keep flipping and creating a cash flowing income that I basically, all I have to do is wake up, hit a few buttons, check on a couple of things, and then it's good. You know, the rest of this is all I'm just trying to, you know, just kind of keep building the stacks so I don't have to worry so much. And it's really cut down on me having to work outside of the blockchain. So it's been really nice, because the more I don't have to work outside the blockchain, the more focus I can put on all these different projects and everything. So that's it. I'm trying to do it honestly. I'm not trying to go out and, you know, raise a whole bunch of money and then, you know, come up with vaporware. No, I'm wanting to build something real, and I'm doing this all bootstrapped. Every one of my projects are self-funded and self-built, and, you know, so that's the way I want it. And hopefully I can, you know, we can all grow together. That's kind of the whole point of it, so all just grow together. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me today. I hope y'all have a good day. Be cool, be real, and always abide. Don't get wrecked. Be careful in these crazy volatile markets. Have a great day. Peace out.